Back again with another episode of FUTV. I'm your host, Big Matt, aka Sean the Villain. I'm here with a great family member of mine. You know what I mean? A man that done been through it, you know what I'm saying, made it through and made it out. Introduce yourself to the people.
Well, I'm Brian, aka Fat B, aka Brown Matt, off the Deuces, 22nd and Right, Ghost Town.
Yeah, we're gonna jump right into it. What was it like growing up in Ghost Town? How long you been in Ghost Town?
I've been in Ghost Town. Well, my grandma bought the house in Ghost Town in 1963.
Hmm.
My grandparents was like the first black family on the block besides Miss Thompson. But Miss Thompson was on the other end.
Yeah.
And then it was my grandparents, and then Mr. Paris. So we've been our family been in that house since 1963, and that's how I grew up. Growing up in the Ghost.
What was it like for you growing up around that area? From seeing it from, you know what I'm saying, just 22nd and Right to it transforming into a part of the Ghost Town.
It transferred. It went over real, like, because when we grew up down there, when I was growing up, everybody down there had grass.
Right.
It was grass with no paper, none. Because our big homies down there, our big homie C-Dub and all C-Dub, Jamie, all of them. You have to keep the block clean.
Right.
You didn't bring no heat to the block or nothing. Then nobody come on the Deuces and do nothing. If you want from the Deuces, you couldn't come on the Deuces and fuck with nobody.
Right.
Plain and simple. And like the shit that go on now, like a lot of the cats down there, I don't even know, because they weren't born or they was babies, like when I was down, But a lot of the Deuces, well, with the Deuces now is, it ain't like it used to be when I grew up down there, because certain shit that go on now in the Deuces, it wasn't allowed back when I was growing up in the Deuces.
Right. What's the biggest change you've seen from growing up over there to seeing how it is now?
I say the youngsters over there, they not like we were. Mm-hmm. I say the elders that's over there, majority of the ones that's living, they not the same.
Right. Out of sight, out of mind.
Right. Yeah, that's how it is with them. They probably scared of, because I don't really think it's really no elders like that I grew up under is still down there. Right. Either they did or they moved out.
Mm-hmm. I remember, man, I was able to go from 24th place all the way down to like 14th. From north to center, all through. There wasn't no telling what me and Big O was at.
Right.
All those 16th,
right. But everybody knew, like, they knew you, like, okay, that's such and such. Oh, he from the Deuces. That's C-Dub little cousin. That's Jamie. Yeah, that's Punk little brother. Or that's Pooh little brother. Oh, that's Squeak. That's Squeak cousin. Yeah. So that's how it changed, because now you go down there now. Shit, them young cats, they don't even know you.
Yeah, I had free range all through that motherfucker. I ain't gonna lie, like shit.
But the way was paid for you.
Yeah.
The way was paid for majority of our family members. The way was paid, because majority of the block, you have to think about it.
Family.
Majority of the block was family.
Yeah, somehow, some way, family was connected.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, that's a cool dynamic to have, though. So, you know what I mean? Who was around that time, though? Like some of the big wigs that held Ghost Town down for the Deuces.
Well, we had Jeff Howard. We had Jeff Howard, rest in peace. We had Casper, little Larry. Larry was my generation. Mm-hmm. Maybe Tracy Fitzgerald, legend. Yeah. Ghost Town legend. And a lot of motherfuckers don't know this, but F Money is from Ghost Town. 27 F Money, Ray, rest in peace. He was from Ghost Town.
Right.
He was the only nigga that was in 27 that was allowed to be in Ghost Town, because he lived in Ghost Town. Right. And then nobody fuck with F Money. Nobody fuck with him. Because he had them hands too. Of course, he had them hands. But let me see. Like all the old 19 Dinkin niggas, you know, all of them was the big homies.
Mhm.
And let me see.
So did you fall under the 19 Deacon umbrella?
Yeah, I fell up under the 19 because we all, like me and Smooth, we hung out with YMI, with Dre and Larry
Mhm.
and all of them. You know, we hung out with them.
Right. Shout out to Capo. That's what's happening.
Yeah, you know Jay Billa. You know Jay Billa is on our umbrella too. You know he on with our age group.
Yeah.
When I say the umbrella, I'm talking about our age group.
Shout out to Billy, man. I'm still waiting on you, Brody.
Oh yeah,
Still waiting on you.
Jay Billa, come on down.
Yeah, man. That's what's happening, man. So, like I say, coming up during that era, you know what I mean? It was like more street gangs versus the nations. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It was basically you had your back when I was down there, when we was living down there, it was you had your 19s. You see, a lot of people don't know it was two sets of 19s.
Mm-hmm.
You had 19 who was Terry Jordan and Tank and Big Mal and all them. They was 19, and then you had 19 Dinkins, which was Jeff Howard and C Dub and all of them.
Yeah.
Then you had your 27. You had a lot of motherfuckers don't remember. You had your Time Boys. You had your Boulevard. You had Twofold. You had Hillside.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I'm trying to think. Who else you had?
Lamp
Oh, you had. I forgot Trayfo Mob, which were all my cousins. Then my wife's cousins.
Yeah.
All of them in my life. Then you go a little more up. Then that's when you got your Ghetto Boys, your NWA, your Lynch Mob, your who else was over there off Galena? This is after the Deuces. You had like I said, Ghetto Boy, NWA, Lynch Mob. You had Cherry Street Mob. All them, all them different cats. But all them branched off from the original.
Yeah.
The original 19, the original 27. All them branched off of that.
Right. So it's like a big ass tree in certain areas.
Yeah.
Got different branches from. Yeah.
Right.
Shout out to the Trayfo Mob. Hey, what's happening, big bro? Still waiting on you too, man. Hey, man, I'm throwing shots at everybody, man. Y'all see this? Come on, man.
Yeah, Trayfo Mob. They majority of them is my wife's cousins.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know a couple of them cats.
Yep.
That's like, you know what I'm saying, brothers to me as well.
Oh yeah, they good people, man. They good people, man. Yeah. Like I say, they all when I got with my wife, man. Mm-hmm. Even when that shit was going on with the Ghetto Boys and Trayfo, man. When I got with my wife, they accepted me like right. Man, like, hey, you family. We don't give a fuck about that other shit. You right. Family. You married to our cousin, you family. And they, man, hands down, man, they treat me like family. I go around them, they treat me as straight family.
Yeah. I've been trying to get a couple of them cats on, man. They, busy schedules and shit, man.
Yeah, I'll holler. I'll see if I can get in contact. Oh, Wayne, welcome home. Wayne just came home. He out.
That's what's happening.
Yeah.
That's what's happening, man. Welcome home, dog. So, there was a period in your life, like, you know what I'm saying? What was it for you? Like, what was a typical day? You know what I'm saying? Growing up in the 80s. You know what I mean? Friday night. You just got out of school, you know what I'm saying? Weekend.
Shit, we was outside. Shit, not outside like how they say outside now. But kids today, compared to us, shit, we was outside playing, building scooters, building bikes, riding up and down the neighborhood, ride to the lake. We was able to ride to the lake on our bikes and then, make sure we were as long as we were back home before it got dark. Where now these kids, they don't even go outside.
This generation can't comprehend that, you know what I mean? You could literally let your kid go outside and before you go outside, you be home before the streetlights come on. So that's like an 8 or 9 hour block to where parents didn't know where the fuck their kids was at, but they knew they were safe.
They knew, right. They knew they were safe. They knew they wasn't no harm because ain't nobody came home running home like such and such did this, such and such, because you know what? It was a time of period where every every damn near everybody knew who your parents was, or your grandmother was, or your uncle. They knew somebody in your family. Well, today, like, shit, it's some people in my motherfucking family I don't even fucking know.
Right. That's been a disconnected, bro. A disconnect from, you know what I mean? Because like how we grew up, you know, cousins spent the night with cousins, and you know the family
Yeah,
barbecues and all of those shit. So it's like that I say like that third generation of cousins. That's where the disconnect at. You know
yeah,
what I'm saying? 'Cause
yeah.
I was always been connected with my first cousins and my second cousins. You know
Right,
what I'm saying?
right,
And I still try to, you know, hold on to it with my third generation cousins.
right.
But they generation, some fuck with each other, some don't.
Yeah,
So that's
and
kind
it's
of
crazy. It's
yeah.
crazy how they do that shit. Like, I don't
Hmm.
fuck with her, or I don't fuck with him. Like, how that's your blood. That's your
Yeah,
cousin.
yeah.
How you gonna say you don't fuck with somebody, but you'll fuck with your friend real tough? Your friend will betray you quicker than your family member will.
True that. What do you think we could do as far as to like, because you know, it seemed like every generation it get a little bit worse in some fashion of, you know what I mean, the street life and, you know what I'm saying, the sexualities and all that shit. What do you think we can try to, you know what I'm saying, plug that hole with this generation that, like
The,
what they call YNs?
well, this younger generation, they don't want to listen. They don't want to listen. Like when we were growing up, we listened to the big homies.
Hmm.
We listened to the big homies to the point where we didn't. We listened to our parents. Of course, we're gonna listen to our parents.
Right.
But our big homies, they told us like, "Nigga, take your ass to school. You going to school."
Yeah.
Now the big homie, he can't tell these kids to go to school. They'd be like, "Nigga, who the fuck is you? You ain't my mama. You ain't my daddy. Who?
Exactly.
You ain't relate to me." So they have no respect for the OGs or the big homies.
You know, I don't like how, you know what I'm saying, like these young cats, they be like, old ass nigga, old nigga. Like, bro, getting old is the goal, my
That's the
nigga.
goal.
Like, it ain't cool to die young, my dude.
But
Like,
see,
you know what
that's
I
the
mean?
mentality that they have now
Yeah.
because I hate to say it because I hate to put a damper on the music like that because I love the culture, I love hip hop, but it's to the point where it's cool in the music. The music made it cool to get killed at a young age.
That shit ain't never been.
Where with us, I'm glad I'm 52, but I was told that I wouldn't live past this age.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't live to see this because either I'll be dead or in jail.
Yeah.
So thank God for my mom, rest in peace, mom. You know, the mass whooping paid off.
Yeah, yeah.
The mass whooping really paid off. And that's what we need to go back to. The parents need to go back to whooping them kids' ass.
Nowadays, the kid to make that phone call and the parent.
And that's where it got fucked up at.
Yeah.
That's where it got fucked up at because they took the control out of the parents' hand. But guess what they'll do to you? They take the control out of the parents' hand, but they can fuck you up.
Exactly.
And it's all good.
In a more mental way too.
Yeah.
Mind fuck the shit out of you.
Right.
Touch bases on like the you know, motherfuckers saying, "Oh man, you ain't gonna live past such and such." When I was 17, by the time 18, I was so goddamn scared. I like 2 weeks before I turned 18, I was so fucking scared.
Because they drilled that in our head so much.
And I had homeboys that didn't make it to 18. You know what I mean?
Right. You know, I mean, yeah, we had homeboys and family members that didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you know, we seen a lot of deaths. Yeah. We seen a lot of our family members, friends, you know, get killed early, you know, where to the point where when they said that to you, they had already put that in our head. Yeah. And we thinking like, damn, is this shit true? Because we seeing people our age dying, getting killed and shit. We like, damn. Yeah. So what can we do to try to avoid it?
Yeah. And it was hard because it was like, shit, I was living that life, man. You know
right. Oh, yeah.
Like, you know, shit. Do I go on this mission? Do I go hang out tonight? Like, you know what I mean?
Right, type shit.
Like, shit, my birthday right around the corner, man. Let me stay in the house tonight.
Right.
Or a couple of the guys, bro, come outside. Nah, man, I'm chilling, dog. Like, I got this paranoid shit going on, bro.
Man, paranoid, man.
So man, yeah, that shit.
But it's
That shit
crazy
crazy.
with it's crazy because you say that about being paranoid, but I was the same way for being paranoid, but I wasn't scared to do my thing, what I was doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I was paranoid of getting hurt or something happening to me. But I wasn't scared when I was out there doing my thing,
Right.
when I was hustling and shit. That's crazy. I say that now because it's like, damn, nigga, you should have been scared every time you went to go
Right, putting it on the line.
you gonna take penitentiary risks and taking the chance of a motherfucker putting your dick in the dirt every time you went out there and did that shit.
Yeah.
But I wasn't scared of that. But I was prepared because I was told I wasn't gonna live to see this age, and it stuck in my head for so many years.
For the moment.
Right.
Right. When you was in the game, what was that like? Like, you know what I mean? As far as the shaking and moving, you know what I mean?
The game was the game. You know, it was a dirty game, but it was a respectful game.
Mm-hmm.
Back when we was out there in them streets like that, motherfuckers had respect. They had respect, you know. And it was to the point where, like, the generation today, you only see like maybe one, like you see 10 niggas, and you'll see one of them shining. Mm-hmm. Where with us, you didn't know who was the man, because everybody's shining. Everybody got on this, everybody got this, everybody got, got the bread, got this, got the car, woo. So, yeah.
Finger rings.
Right. So you never knew who the man was because everybody had it. But now, like I said, you see 10 motherfuckers, you like, oh yeah, that nigga right there, that's the dude, that's the dude right there. Because guess what? And there was more bosses back then. More boss real ass niggas back when I was in the street. You can go to your man and them be like, hey man, woo woo woo. Hey, I just boom boom woo. He gonna be like, all right, man, woo, here. Right. Holler back at me. Now, you go to your man and be like, you need little young cat go there, got man, shit, you fucked up, nigga. That's on you. Right. Man, you gotta get it how I get it. Nigga, if you tell me to get it, I'm trying to get it how you getting it.
Mm-hmm. And that's where the backstabbing and backdooring come in, as they call it, ladies.
Yeah. Yeah.
At your height, how much you made? How much could you just go wherever you need to go and touch that bread and be like, that's such and such? Because you was one of the ones that got out. You know what I'm saying? Smart with it. Didn't stay too long.
I got out, but I violated something that one of my old heads told me. He said, his exact words to me, may rest in peace, he said, nephew, if you ever get out this shit, don't never come back. Mm-hmm. I went back, and when I went back, that's when I got my motherfucking head split. Because the motherfucker, set me up and shit, and I got but go back to what you're saying, I say, shit, at the time, shit, it wasn't enough for a motherfucker to go grab, 4,000-5,000 and go fuck it off. Right. I mean, now that ain't shit. But back then, you go grab, you go.
Pretty much the equivalent of like 40,000, 50,000.
Right. So, and then you go grab that shit and you fuck it off, and then you go back probably shit. Oh, I can go back and get that, Mm-hmm. Go right back and get that shit. I mean, shit, it was time. I've been at a gambling spot with my man and them shit. I seen one of my man and them back then. The man lose like 25 racks and go like, hey man, I'll be right back. Like, and the gamble lose like 25,000 like it wasn't shit. Like, nigga, come back, and he come back with twice as more of what or damn near triple what he had. Damn. Nigga, y'all ain't did nothing,
You came up in the wrong era, Chief.
Y'all came under the era where motherfucker want loyalty. Loyalty, if motherfucker didn't have loyalty, we just didn't fuck with you, man. Right. And you can see, you know motherfucker who had loyalty and motherfucker who didn't have loyalty.
I think my generation is the last of that kind. Because we listened to our OGs. Even if we didn't listen all the way, we still took heed and we took what we could use. And what didn't make sense to us, we threw that shit to the wayside.
Yeah.
We did grab jewels. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know what I mean?
Where y'all did that, and at the same time, we listened to the OG. Like I say, they told us something like
Right.
oh, okay, you know.
So when you
Yeah.
Facts.
Because a lot of OGs didn't want they didn't want y'all to take the same path that we took or they took. So they were trying to curve y'all on like, nah, nigga. I got you, but I'm not gonna guide you away from what I'm doing.
Extent, and a lot of them was really trying to like. I'm speaking for us. Like a lot of them, well, some of them, they wanted to like use us, like as some street soldiers type shit. Like,
right.
Nah, bro, we finna do our own thing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And me personally, I'm speaking from my experience, from my block. You know what I'm saying? From the politics we dealt with, it was like it's our time now. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's fucked up to say, but that's pretty much what it was. Like, you know, the game y'all gave us, we for to run with it, we for to make our own flag, we for to stamp it over here. You know what I mean?
And y'all ran with it. And y'all took off running with it, you know. Yeah. Where a lot of cats they didn't do that. You know, they didn't take off and run with it, you know.
Stagnant with it.
Yeah.
So you say you got out and you got back in. Can you speak on that situation? That was an error on your part?
Big error on my part. So what happened was I ain't gonna name drop or nothing.
None of that.
But you know, they know what happened. So this what happened. I'm out the shit. An opportunity come. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Boom, boom, boom. Bust a few meal, make a little, you know, new few in. I want full-fledged back in it like I was.
Yeah.
But I like shit. I could make a few dollars here and there. Woo, woo, you know. Mm-hmm. So my man, he hit me up. He said, I'm gonna tell you some funny shit about that too. Which I'm glad it happened, but I was mad at first, but I'm kind of glad it did happen the way it happened. So the man called me up. My man called me up. He said, could you give me a 4.5? I'm like, yeah, I like shit. That's light work. Okay. He's like, all right, cool. I give him the 4.5. Boom. I get him that on like I want to say like a Sunday or Monday. I get that for him. Boom, boom, boom. I never forget this. It was like March the 4th. Me and the wife was finna get ready to go to
my goddamn birthday.
Yep, it was March the 4th. Me and my wife finna get ready to go. Now this a few days. I just sold him the 4.5 like a few days before. So me and the wife finna get ready to go to her cousin's party that night. He called me up. He hit me up and said, hey, he's like, can I get you got an ounce, you know? I'm like, yeah. I said, yeah, what up? I'm like, shit, then you just got a 4.5.
Right,
He's like, no, but his point was, no, I don't want to sell an ounce out of my 4.5 because he used to bust his shit down.
Right.
So I'm like, okay, cool. I was like, yeah. I said, yeah, I got you, man. I got you on that. I say, yeah. I said, I'll get that little bread. Mm-hmm. So I go, I get the shit, and he blowing me up. So right then and there, I should have knew something was up because he called me like a motherfucker, like, hey, woo, 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 woo. So I get to the house because I went at the house because I had just went and bust a move with one of my white guys. Right. Bust a move with him. So I'm going. He called me like no bullshit. He didn't call me like about 4 times. Red flag. But I'm not tripping because of who he is. Right. To me. So I'm not tripping. I'm like, okay, that's cool, whatever. I'm not gonna even trip about the shit. So he called me. So I get to the crib, boom, 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 grab it. I'm slipping on all points. I'm slipping because normally, before I even come to you, I dip through an alley or something, throw that shit up on a garbage can or throw it by a garbage can or something, and be like, hey, go down the alley go down the alley maybe two two garbage cans down,
Right.
the shit gonna be right there. You know what I'm saying? Or I go in the gas station and I go, I go in the bathroom, put the shit behind the toilet stool or something.
Right.
Be like, hey man, yeah, go in the bathroom, man.
Go get your
Yeah.
shit. Right.
And you're never gonna get it out my hand. We're never gonna do hand to hand.
Right.
So I'm slipping on all aspects. I'm slipping. So as I'm going up to the gas station to meet him, he called me like three. Hey, you up there? You coming? Where you at? Woo, woo. So I go up there. I get to the gas station. I'm sitting there waiting on him. I'm like, man, I'm here, man. He like, what car you in, man? What car you in? Now I jumped in another car. He thought I was gonna be in my regular car, but I had jumped in another car. So I'm sitting there waiting and shit. And at the another motherfucking people just come from nowhere. Boom, 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 boom. Bust me down. I got the shit in my pocket. Bam, fucked up. I jammed myself because I already fucked up because I should have went up in the gas station and did my move like I normally do. But I'm all over the place.
Right.
And that's when I said, when that shit happened, that's when I heard my OG voice said, if you get out, don't go back. I went back and got my head bust. But on the grace of God, by the grace of God, I'm glad he did it with that.
And not something more.
And rather than that 4.5 he had just got from me. Get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So if he would have did with that 4.5, shit, I'd probably still be sitting in the motherfucking joint.
Right.
But I'm not glad, but I'm glad he did it with that. Mm-hmm. And then what helped me out through my shit, by the grace of God, too, is I had no priors. I had a job, because I always kept a job. Right. Because the OG tell, make sure you got a job. Don't quit your fucking job. Make sure you got a job. Keep a job. So that's what I did. Right. I had the job, and shit, I was able to pay for a lawyer and shit, and by the grace of God, I did my shit and came on home, and I never looked back to that shit, Larry. I said I'll never go back. I'm done with it.
Right. You say you married. How long you been married?
Shit, this year will be 28. We've been married since 97. Yeah. Yeah, let me do the math on that shit real quick. Let me do the math on that shit real quick.
Right.
No, she can hear. She can hear.
She gonna be at the
no, she can hear. What is it, 2025?
Damn, it's 30. Going on 30.
Yeah, it'd be 28. September the 6th. It'll be 28 years we've been married. But we've been together for 34 years.
Now, being together with a woman for 34 years, I'm pretty sure you had some ups and downs.
Oh, yes.
What was the dynamic that's still holding you all together? Because love only goes so far after a while. I'm not speaking for everybody. I'm just saying, like, for me personally, I think that shit only goes so far. So, what is some of the shit that can hold two people together that long? You know what I'm saying? I know love is a part of it, but it's more than love.
It's love. It's love, loyalty, respect, and communication.
Right.
That's what kept us together so long, because I know one thing, and by far, it ain't peaches and cream. I done shit, my wife done shit, but at the end of the day, and another thing we do is we keep the motherfucking divorce out of our fucking conversation. Right. We don't even bring it up. We don't talk about it or not, because whatever it is, if it's not, nothing is never that bad. And another thing, and this is to motherfuckers, you always got to think back when you and your girl or boyfriend or whatever get into it. Don't resort to spazzing out and I'm leaving and all this, because sometimes it be little shit that don't even be worth shit.
Don't even equate to what y'all building.
And then another thing is, always remember what made you fall in love with that person. Mm-hmm. Like, I always resort, like when me and my wife had confrontations or get into it, I always think back to what made me fall in love with her.
What was that made you fall in love with her?
what made me fall in love, like I said, is her loyalty, her respect, and the way she handled herself. My wife is a true bona fide hustler, man. She gonna get it by any means necessary. She ain't no lazy ass broad.
Right.
She ain't no begging ass broad. She gonna go get her own. And I ain't gonna say broad. My wife ain't a broad. I'm not saying that as a bad thing.
I was just thinking like she gonna get on your ass.
No, I'm not saying it like as a bad thing. As my wife is a broad like that. But I'm just saying she that girl. She's a go getter.
Right.
Like if something happened to me, she gonna be like, okay, I'm going to happen. Like when I caught my case, when I caught that case, she like, okay, she like, no problem, we got it. Right. I called her with the bell. She like, all right, I'm on my way to get you.
Right.
I said, hey, the lawyer is woo 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 woo. She like, okay, right. we gonna handle that. We got that.
That's a real diamond in the rough.
Yeah. Like I mean, like I say, by far we not perfect. Ain't nothing perfect. We have our ups and downs, ins and outs, whatever you want to say. You know, we argue just like normal people argue because certain shit she do, I don't agree with. Some shit I do, she don't agree with.